What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReadoptionAgency.com, 22 years selling on eBay. And we got baby girl today. She's like, what? What do you want? Miss Courtney. Notice something a little odd today. And that is, like, the past 3 days I've been putting up about 100 hats per day. I've got 3 hats here sold. Normally when I'm putting up a lot of stuff, those items will increase in sales just for the activity, I guess, but kind of getting the opposite effect right now. All right, I got an item up for $14.50. Somebody sends me an offer for $1.50. They've got 2,500 feedback. I am not trying to send an insulting offer. I don't collect yearbooks, but do enjoy reading them. If you are looking to move this item and accept my offer, I will send payment immediately. No, I'm not a library. I'm not doing rental fees. Now, if you're paying me $1.50 per day while you have it, then we can talk. All right. Yesterday was a good day. Yesterday, sales were rolling in. About 2, I noticed they stopped. Then it took about an hour and a half or so to get another one. But then after that, I started getting errors. And before that, I was getting no errors. So kind of, all indications show that they play together. The no sales with the errors, and then when no sales, or when you get no errors, you get a roll of sales. They seem to kind of play together. So that's one of the reasons why I highly believe they're connected. So yesterday we made it up to 909. My graph goes perfectly smooth. So odd. And looks like the impressions thing is something's. What the hell's going on now? This is promoted impressions took a big fall. Huh. Now either that's wrong and it'll update, or something's wrong. Like, I pushed up to 1.5 million impressions Sunday, 1.358 on Monday, and yesterday dropped down to 1 million impressions. So I've dropped down about 500,000 promoted impressions. That being said, I sold more items, 61 items yesterday. 45 promoted, 16 organic. My guess is that the same thing's happening with the promoted as the organic the last week, where the numbers were coming in wrong, but then 3-4 days later they would update. That would be my guess. Let me check the page views. 2783. A little less, but about the same. So that would be my thought, is that it's just another bug that will update and correct, or be corrected in the next few days. All right, this morning we are at 10 a.m. I have 8 sold, 8 promoted, 0 organic. And at 8 p.m. or 10 p.m., I like to be at 150 to 250. Prefer to be 250 plus. We're at 126. So didn't hit the low end. We go questions and comments. Let's see what we got here. Sometimes I'll get listing errors after submitting, but the listing actually went live and it didn't. And if I didn't double check, I'd make duplicate listings. Yeah, I've had that happen before, but then it tells me it's a duplicate listing. When I hit submit again, it'll say I'm trying to duplicate listings and it'll stop me from that. So I have had that happen. Black SUV looking for you. Yeah, talk too much these days. You'll have the men in black at your door. Please forgive the elementary question. Do you have an enterprise level store subscription or do you pay per listing? No, I have Anchor Store and I'm still within my allocated amount of listings. Just wondering because we are at a level where we need to increase our listings, but unsure if it's more economical to just pay per listing. Depends on how many items you're listing, how many your items are selling. You got to do the math. It's pretty simple to know if you can jump up to a store or not, just by doing the math, and how much of a big leap you want to make, depending on how much store you make and how many items you list per day. So just weigh the options price-wise, and if you're a consistent lister, then you'll know when it's worth it. And always golden nuggets of wisdom from your videos. Congrats on almost 22 years. You are an inspiration to us all for the dream of independence. Wow, that sounded very patriotic. Thank you. Thank you. Good doggy. Team No Edits. Dan and Amy, a hustle couple. Hey James, I listen to YouTube almost all day while working. In my opinion, your mic is perfectly fine. Despite using your phone, your sound quality is largely clear. I'm sure the media on the walls is helping to insulate. You're an interesting cat with an interesting story. I'm happy for you, brother. You put in the work. Did you see my thumbnail yesterday? I made those Vern stickers. My boring reseller life with Vern's head and Vern's name. And I made them on Teespring. So I'll probably eventually find a place to reproduce them, like at a dollar amount that's worth it. But I was just playing around with Teespring the other day and created them. But 50% of the profits are, of course, going to Stray Rescue. I already donate so much to Stray Rescue and that here and there. So maybe if I sell a bunch, I'll be able to give more. Maybe. So my impressions today are less than 50% normal. That's probably the issue I just talked about. Yes. Yes, they are very low, I noticed too, but they made changes on updates. So yeah, so they'll probably rectify themselves in a couple of days. The baby girl fur baby is adorable. Courtney. Greetings from Florida. I love to see how you list and restock new items. I don't really sell new items, so I don't restock new items. Yesterday was good for me. Today is dead. Very few watchers. We judge ourselves by our intentions and others by their behavior. Stephen Covey. A year ago, I was at the bins, found a large stack over 100 vintage Hawaiian airline paper placemats, mint condition. Nice. I sell them between $8 and $12 a piece. It's all pure profit. I love finding stuff like that. Love it. Did you know eBay port scans whenever you open the website? It's scanning ports, programs on your PC outside of your browser. Don't know. Don't really care. Nothing's a secret anymore nowadays. One big reason why I'm just an open book and I'll tell everything. Like I'll talk about anything in my life. is because, the reason today is there's so many people spying. I got nothing to hide. What are you going to spy on for me? I don't care. Right? But like growing up, well, not growing up, but probably when I made the change about 24, 23 years old, I'm like, I mean, before that, of course, you got your white lies or you're not being truthful or whatever, holding back or whatever. But at 23, I just threw it all up in there, said, I don't care. I'm just going to say what I'm feeling, going to tell everything. I ain't ashamed of a damn thing. Life is what it is. Nobody's perfect. I'm talking about anything and everything, and it doesn't matter. And it all came from a relationship I was in that didn't work out. And there was just a lot of back and forth weirdness and non-trusting stuff going on or whatever on both sides. And at that point, I'm just like, it's all pointless. It's pointless to play this game, right? But to go into this comment, as of today, I don't care if somebody's watching through my house binoculars, watching my computer. I don't care. I got nothing to hide, right? So that's the way I just kind of live my life. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you. You don't have to, sneak around and look for something. I'll tell you. And I can tell you, when you live life like that, it's very freeing. Because you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to play games. You don't have to get into any kind of situations. When you get into a situation that's dealing with, say, another person who is, we're going into life talk now, going in whether you're friends with, a relationship with, or whatever, with a person who has insecurity issues, it's easy to either A, say, hey, look, I'm an open book. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. This is the way it is. This is the way it is. Be open with them. And then if their insecurities don't go away, then chances are they're the reasons for the insecurities. And it may not just be because they're insecure. It may be because they do that kind of stuff behind your back. See, that's the biggest thing about human beings. If you're being accused of something, there's a 50-50 chance it's because, A, you're doing it. You're causing it. But if you know 100% you're not, then if you're being accused of something, there's a 100% chance that that's what they do or that's what they've done, and it's in their head and their own insecurity that's causing the problem. So when you're 100% open about everything, it's very easy to read other people and either make them at ease or know they're 100% guilty. So, if that makes sense. So, makes life a lot easier. eBay does control the traffic for each store. For examples, I have 183 items. eBay is not going to let me sell all 183 items in one day because they need to make sure I can handle it. I am not sold on that statement at all. I don't believe that. Because if I listed 183 brand new iPhones and it didn't look suspicious, I guarantee you they would all probably sell today. Let's just not even say iPhones, just say something with 1,000% sell-through rate and they're selling instantly. You put up 100 today, you're going to sell 100 today. I've been in that situation before in the past. I don't believe that statement at all, that they control like that. I'm not saying they don't control somehow, some way, for some reason, but I don't believe that is a reason. They don't know what you're capable of, so they can't judge that. So that's my opinion. I had 3 eBay stores updated with new listing formats, bigger pictures, and 2 of my eBay stores went back to the original listing format. This went on 2 or 3 times. I've not seen that. Unless that's that front page you're talking about on the eBay store, which I don't like. All the reasons you state why you do videos is why I come here, to hang out, learn, and hear your stories. I love that you don't edit anything because it feels so authentic. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, James. Come up to Oregon. I will have a place for you. Show you amazing stuff, then backwoods and secret creeks. Also the best thrift stores Southern Oregon does not generally acknowledge north of Eugene, so cities are out. The issue of changing to business policies when you already have a decent sized store, you end up with like 100 shipping policies you have to clean up. Yes, that is true. And that's because of if there's offers out or things like that, when you change something, the business policy won't update. It'll just kind of change it and kick it to something else. I have one store with business policies in place and my other does not. Doesn't make sense that eBay can just change first class over to ground advantage on our listings. They suck at computers. Appreciate your watery farts. Wish my wife would appreciate mine. There we go. The comment of the day right there. All right, let's get some stuff shipped. All right. What's the oldest one? John Burke. There we go. All right. Overnight was kind of goofy. I already erased them. It looked like something was going on, but not 100%. It was just kind of weird. But anyway, let's get into some stuff. With only 3 hats, but I do got a nice variety at least. First up, we've got a audio CD. This came, I think, from the Goodwill bins. Headed to Switzerland. Sold for $7. And I am just out of mailers here, ain't I? So I did sign up for that gyro packs. The affiliate link is below if you want to buy any mailers. I'd appreciate it. There is if you use the code Urban Picker, you'll get 10% off your order. Chee-chee! So that's cool. So I'll probably do a video. Since I got to do a video for them, I'll probably just make a video of me ordering from their website. So that'll probably be my little promotion video, me placing my orders on their website. It'd be the first time I've done it. So other than, because the free ones, I just sent them pictures. So it'd be the first time I'm ordering from it. So we'll see how easy it is and stuff and go from there. But anyway, if you need packing material, and it is cheaper than like a Uline or anything, plus free shipping. So it's cool. It'll work. Had no complaints about all the items I shipped. So one thing I do recommend is if you use poly bags, to make sure you get the right sizes, because I think I got the wrong sizes, and or they're a tad bit smaller. So I've got to make sure I pay more attention to the size when I order my next round, because I need some bigger ones. So goes to do that. All right. Switzerland. Okay, what's the name? Feast for the Day. CD 14.1. What's the price? $6.99. And of course, we need the code. communist code. Trying to think of a nice little topic to talk about. What I did like today was, because it was one of the ways that when the eBay site's working right and you know you had a good day is, like, I was focused in on the items I was pulling. I'm like, that's cool that that sold. That's cool that that sold, right? Where you can focus in better on your business and not have to worry about all the other noise. And you can really see what you're selling and kind of be proud, if you will, you know, like, that's sold, that's cool. And you get back, at least me, I get back into that little kid feel, like, this sold for that? That's crazy. How can, it's so easy to make money. Like this little Taco Bell kazoo that I got in a bag of something somewhere. I think this might have been in one of those toy yard sale bags I picked up. I'm not 100% sure. But a Taco Bell kazoo sold for $12.60, headed to Louisville, Kentucky. So, but you can look at stuff like that and go, that is cool if that's sold. That's cool that I found that. I listed that. And I sold that. So, do I want to use that big? I wish I had a little bit smaller boxes. A little bit smaller boxes readily available. I'll just use that. It's only going to Kentucky, so it costs the same no matter what. Doink. Doink. It cost about the same. Yeah, so I started my new listing procedure, and I'm liking it so far. So what I'm doing is concentrating on hats right out of the day. Got a Italia, Italy tote bag, sold for $8, headed to Williamsburg, Virginia. But so right out of the gate, I jump on hats. And I go until 100 hats or 5 p.m., whichever comes first. If I'm done before 5 p.m., then I start on like oddball stuff like shoes and clothes and stuff like that. If something happens, like Jan's here, I get sidetracked or whatever, and 5 p.m. comes first. Or I get done with 100 about 5 p.m. Then if it's bike riding day, I go bike riding. If it's not, then I get into the oddball stuff. And then about 7, and or when I get back from bike riding, then I start on some media. So, and then what I've been doing is not listing that day, but listing in the morning. So like yesterday, I've got 105 drafts because I didn't do no media last night or no oddball stuff because I was doing a lot of other little things here and there. But so I got 105 drafts completed. Those will go up this morning after I get back from the post office. And then I'll start drafting and doing the whole bit over again for tomorrow morning. So I kind of like it because it's making me stay accountable. Like before, if you can't see how many listings you're really putting up or not paying that close attention, you don't hold yourself accountable for anything. So doing it this way, that whole number is always in front of me, so I'm holding myself accountable. So next up came out of my storage, I believe it came out of one of my storage areas. We got the Bart Simpson mask. So for $14.50, headed out to California. So we got Bart Simpson mask. I need a bigger one for this. I've been pulling hats out of one of my storage bedrooms, so I can start getting that emptied down. So then I can start transferring that over into a room with sold items in it, basically. Listed items, I should say, not sold. But so when I get closer to that, I'll do a little video in there and stuff and what have you. Another night, I forgot to put up the shorts yesterday again also. So keep forgetting to put up the shorts at night. All right, next up we've got Virginia Beach. I can't remember, I just got this not too long ago, I can't remember where I got it, but I was like, oh, this will probably sell pretty quick because it's nice and bright and colorful. So sold for $9.50, headed to Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't recall at all where I picked that up at. Get off my fingers! The more I use these gyro packs, though, compared to the others, at first I was like felt like, man, I don't know. But now the more I use them, the more I like the fact that they're more flexible and more giving. It just feels, I don't know. I'm starting to like the feel better, if that makes sense. It's weird. Like it almost feels like this stuff can go in it a little bit easier, but that don't seem like the case because the stiffer one, I don't know, I'm starting to just like the consistency of it, which is weird. All right, Angie Lewis cassette. Sold for $6, headed to Phoenix, Arizona. Plus there's colors. It's colors. I haven't heard that song in a long time. The Colors soundtrack, right? Colors. I think it went like that, right? That's been a long time since I heard that. Colors. All right. Next up. I watched a video I liked yesterday. Some older lady, she called herself an educator. And she was going on about how we need to end the whole division of race, which I've been saying that since the 80s. But anyway, she was making a point where every descendant on Earth comes back to Florida, and we are just, I forget the term she used. White people are just faded black people or something like that. I'm like, that's cool. Cool way of looking at it. The Age of Innocence Laserdisc sold for $4.20, headed to Forest Hills, New York. I had a person who said, "You lost a viewer. I'm unsubscribing because of your clickbait." On the other night when I go, my title or my thumbnail said "I am done," and then in small print it said "for the night." He got offended by that. The poor baby got so offended he had to leave. It just hurt his feelings. It was like, oh my God, he's so sensitive. Oh my God. Can you believe it? He just didn't like my big, bright, bold yellow letters. They were just so offensive to him. Just put in that special order of I, comma, or apostrophe, MDONE. It's so offensive. I don't know what to do. I hope he went home to mommy and she held him tight and said, "It's gonna be okay, baby boy. It's gonna be okay. One day soon you will grow a set of balls and they will drop. And nothing will offend you anymore and you'll be happy." I hope for the best. I hope for the best. I didn't mean to put him in a mental state of anxiety and depression and offensiveness. But I'm not going to apologize for it. All right, we got Alan Jackson on CD. Didn't he do that one song that annoys people and myself? Or Chattahoochee or something? Chattahoochee. Yeah. This needs a little resurfacing. So we do that. Headed to Kameth, Idaho. You a what? Sold for $420. What'd you call me, boy? I said Idaho. Oh, Idaho. Idaho. We'll probably go there first. You not the whole Idaho. All right, next up we've got Sea of Love soundtrack. That's a young John Goodman, who's from St. Louis. I think that's John Goodman. Yep, that's his name. So John Goodman right there. Sea of Love soundtrack. Headed to Canada. Sold for $7. Canada. Canada. Why do you want to refresh? Sea of Love. CD. $6.99. 3.8. But it is kind of cool that Vern gets to live on in my stickers. Yesterday was a tough day for me. For some reason, the house felt a lot more quiet than normal. Like for some reason, I had the music off for a good period of time. And, whoops. Pay attention, James. And the quiet just affected me. We got The Urge, Receiving the Gift of Flavor. CD sold for $420. Headed to Pomona, California. Try it out. I always wanted to kind of like you know, create a little mascot so I could have little stickers and stuff. So it just makes sense to use Fern. I'm trying to talk, but not think what I'm saying. Next up, we've got the Dirty Novels CD sealed. Sold for $17.50, headed to Edgewood, New Mexico. But he was such a part of my life, that and the videos. It just makes sense. And I did notice when I put up the sticker info, my subscribes went down 4 people. I'm like, well, if you're going to take offense to this, because I've had people attack me saying I'm using his death to make money because I was making those videos, that I'm so glad I did. That if you think something like that, you, pardon my French, but you can fuck off, right? Because kind of just get to keep them alive a little bit. Trying to hold it together. All right, change subject. We got Lester's In Gospel Country on 8-track. Head to Israel. Sold for $4. So, hello? 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 Spam? Oh, they hung up on me. I was going to do my spam thing again. Spam? Is this that meat substance, that jelly meat substance in a can? I'm so glad you called me. My dad used to love eating you. I always thought you were nasty, though. All right, 388. Has any sales come through since we've been doing this? That kind of stinks to have a good day like yesterday, and then look like something overnight happened, and then today it's just kind of falling apart. Last sale was 30 minutes ago. So we'll see how today runs and how it works out. Go to ship. Just gonna keep listing. Need to grab this other. Oh crap! What is this? Oh, this is from yesterday. Okay. I'm gonna have 4 totes today. That's good for one day of sales. Normally it's 2 totes. Next up, we got, are you ready for a CD live? We got Last Action Hero soundtrack and Moulin Rouge with the old Best Buy sticker. Headed to Hardy, Virginia. Sold for $10. This one has shipping on it. It wasn't free shipping because I think they bought them before I started that promo and just paid. So $10 plus shipping. Oh, thank you for the answer. Whoever answered me that when you do add a media to cart, it'll say add one more to get free shipping. So it does do that. So that's good. Good to know. Now, if more people would just add more product to the cart. So I can get more sales. We got Gypsy Woman, Crystal Waters CD, single. Headed to Columbia, South Carolina, sold for $5. $5. Nope. Media mail. So I think these hats were actually after 2 p.m. They weren't even yesterday, were they? Nope, not due till, well, let's see, hold on. Date sold 19th. So yesterday all day, I only sold 4 hats. No, never mind. I forgot I got more totes. So yesterday was fine. So it's just kind of weird. I only sold 3 hats overnight. Kind of weird. So next up, headed to Ireland. We've got the Dowa vintage trucker hat. Dublin, Ireland, sold for $10.50. Dublin, Ireland. Be curious to see when I do the Friday updates on the categories to see how hats will start reacting, concentrating on hats first thing out of the day every day, except maybe on weekends. Weekends I make up my own rule, Saturday and Sunday, and Fridays since I go out and do my found on Fridays. Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays I do whatever I feel like doing. Kind of like my mental day off, if you will. All right, what am I doing? Pay attention, James. Can't talk and do today. One of the off days. Boom, 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 boom. 1050. 5.5. 1049. 5. And you need a communist code for hat. Had a tree service come out and do a bid yesterday for the trees to cut down. I just let them do it because I got that walnut tree that's been touching the roof for a while now too, so I need to get that trimmed up. I'll let them do it. I'm getting to the age where I don't want to risk getting out on a slanted roof anymore. Even though I'd probably handle it better nowadays since my core is stronger, but why take the chance? Why take the chance if I don't have to? If I have to drop $600-700 for somebody else to take it all, cut it all down, haul it all away, it'll save me a day of not having to do it. Next up, we've got Bella Cotton t-shirt. United States Agriculture t-shirt. Sold for $6. Headed to Maryland. I think this was a shirt I had listed and didn't sell, so I relisted it and took an offer. Now if I can get somebody to sponsor me some 8x6x4 boxes, that would be awesome. Yeah, I could really be saving some money. If you have a box company, 8x6x4, so I can ship my hats a lot cheaper, I will talk about you. Just like the Giro Pack. Link below. Affiliate link below. USF Holland hat. Sold for $9.40, Amsterdam, New York. I should just sell advertisement on the side of my box. Sticker advertisement. Charge somebody like a quarter. You send me your stickers, quarter per box. Boom, put your sticker on. You send, $1 and 4 stickers. You get 4 stickers on 4 different boxes type of thing. That'd be kind of cool. All right. I did not pull that CD yet. Okay, we got SEC hat with all the teams. Just put this up not too long ago. Sold for $10. Headed to White Settlement, Texas. Well, that sounds racist. White Settlement, Texas. That's funny. That is good. I'd love to know the history behind that. White Settlement, Texas. Must not be a negative history because you would think that that place would already be attacked for its name. I'm gonna have to Google that if I remember today and do the history on that name in that area. Because it could have just been a person named White who built the first city hall there or something. So, which would be probably my guess, being that's still called that. All right, next up, Stinky's Fish Camp. Shirt sold for $7.50. Headed to Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. That's the only bad thing about the gyro pack so far, is the ability for them to fall off your hand pretty easy. Which is not that big of a deal to me. When you can save money, I'll deal with a little wrist flare for the camera. It's not like I don't do it already. I don't know why I do it. It just feels good to have all this part of your hand flimsy. Just a weird, cool sensation. It could give you a good, if I learned to play guitar, it'd probably give me some good, like, don't mind me. We got the Backstreet Boys, cassette only. When I listed this, I put in the stock number. And I think there was something special about this. Maybe it was a international release or something. I don't remember. But anyway, it sold for $7 plus shipping. Headed to Stanhope, New Jersey. And I got a Bonanza order. Bonanza. And nothing sold yet since then. We're on 40 minutes now. We got the Blue Sky Boys together again, which needs a pad. And sold for $14. And I keep forgetting to buy glue. So hopefully I can get something out of here. We got it. I haven't put up cassettes in so long, our sales are dwindling. I need to find a box to put up. Okay. All right. Headed to Knoxville, Virginia. No, I just need the J, not the whole thing. Get into PayPal. You know, it's kind of weird. Like, dang, Adrian, why are you using that? Shipping. Oh. Why does this not always want to do this? Yeah, switch. That's what I'm trying to do. No, not UPS ground. I want freaking that. Why do I gotta put the dimensions for this thing in? Come on now. But it's kind of weird, like, it's hard to explain. Like, I've always, my life felt like I can't be successful with anything. Or that I don't deserve to be, or I just can't be, whatever the doubt was put into my head early on in life. But yet I always tried to be, right? So like at the point now, and for quite a while, I've always felt like somewhat successful. I felt like at least I got to where I wanted to be, right? Comfortable. I can sleep at night, don't have to worry about the neighborhood I'm living in, right? Like, so in my head, I've made it. So I've always been afraid to push past those boundaries because it's always felt like, well, why be greedy? Why risk it? You got enough. You're where you want to be. So when I do like this thing, like with the Giro pack or even the Vern sticker, where there's like a little bit of money can come from someplace else, I feel like that's stepping past my line of comfort. And do I deserve to be there? And like I don't want to ruin what I'm already doing. So I feel like almost like you're walking to a ledge or something, and you don't want to take one too many steps because you'll fall off. And that's what I feel like with where I'm comfortable, successful. I'm afraid that if I do take one too many steps, I will lose everything behind me that I've built. So I'm trying to get over that mindset because I honestly feel now it's holding me back from even more comfort or better things or being able to really help other people out when it comes to monetary things and stuff like that. I've put a limit on myself so I don't lose what I am comfortable with. But even though it may sound stupid, like those little moves will not jeopardize it, it's only going to add to it. But like I'm afraid of it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to break that barrier in my head that says I can't, because you got income doing this, selling these items, you can't use that as leverage to build off of and build bigger than when it comes to even just saving money or getting a kickback on if somebody uses a link for the packaging supplies or selling a sticker that, with Vern's image on it, or to like other people making shirts and stuff like I just feel like I don't deserve that, or I don't want to risk, like it'll risk what I have if I do something like that. I don't want to take one too many steps, but I've got to break that because those steps are only going to enhance things, not necessarily destroy things. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I'm trying. It's weird. I don't know. Like I've always been just afraid to do anything else. Because I'm still even getting ready to turn 53. I still can't believe that from where I came from, that I made it to the quiet place. And when I mean quiet, I mean I can sleep at night. There's no stress. There's no worrying about tomorrow. Even at my age, I can't believe that I'm actually here. And I don't take it for granted. So I don't want to risk it. So it's made me very comfortable made me very less risk-taking, or even something that is not a risk, it's held me back from doing it because I might feel like it's a risk, or I don't want to be greedy. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm trying to figure it out so I can get rid of that block. I'm trying to talk myself through it, basically. Saying it's okay to become bigger. It's okay to earn more. It's okay to do more. Because then I can start do more. Whether that's Jan being able to retire or slow down at work, to being able to help, and which I've always did anyway, at a detriment to myself, help other people monetarily or whatever, or with charity given and stuff, and just I'll be able to do more of that. So I'm trying to like beat new way of thinking into my head to go beyond my comfort zones. Go for more. Why not? You're only going to be able to help more. So I'm working through that right now. So. Anyway, what's this? Insurance from First Community. I reached out to the insurance we have on file. They told me commercial policy is no longer with them. Can you please provide your new commercial insurance info? Yes, I can. I thought we did update that already. I will have to pull that info out. I know it comes out automatically from my account, so I will have to get that info for them. Mark is on red. All right. Okay. I think that's it. Off to the post office I go, and then start on my 100 hats for the day. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.